Wow.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Factually Opinionated. I'm Professor Cinema. With me is Mr. Slipcover himself, Bulleit Blake. Today on the show, we're going to talk about why the Halloween franchise should have ended before Halloween ends. Bulleit, go ahead, run with it.
Well, the Halloween franchise isn't actually my favorite horror franchise. I know a lot of people really, really love the Halloween franchise, but I don't even think it'd be in my top 5
I will kill you.
for like the classic horror franchise. It's just not. It's just not there. I mean, a lot of them are really bad, and you can say the same thing about Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and shit like that. But it's just, And the timeline I like, the Thorn saga is pretty much the only saga I'll watch now. I mean, I liked Halloween 2018, but Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends were 2 of the worst fucking Halloween movies ever made. I mean, Kills might be better than Resurrection, but Halloween Ends was abysmal.
It was awful, and I just want everybody to realize that the hill will also die on is the fact that Halloween 3 is also one of the best Halloween movies in the franchise.
I second that. I say Halloween 3 is my favorite one out of the entire fucking series. I love Halloween 3 and I watch it every Halloween without fail.
Yeah, so that's just to let everybody know where we're sitting at from here. but yeah, Halloween Kills wasn't a Halloween movie because it just felt like a Jason movie. It felt like a Friday the 13th movie. And I was not into that because, yes, they're both silent stalker killers, but they both have completely different vibes through their movies. And Halloween Kills, the vibe for the movie was just Friday the 13th, and I was not
Friday
into
the 13th movie with a Michael Myers mask. That's what it legitimately felt like to me. Just Friday the 13th with Michael.
Yep. And then now there's also something that bothers you about people who talk about these 3 movies. A lot of people reference it as a trilogy.
It's not a fucking trilogy. It is a quadrilogy. It takes place after the first Halloween movie. Just because they came up with a stupid fucking title for the 2018 release, let's just call it Halloween. That's fucking idiotic. I hate that. It drives me nuts, and it's like it's a thing that they're trying to do right now, and it just drives me nuts. Just call it.
Anytime you want to reference that particular movie, you've got to say, okay, I'm talking about Halloween 2018. It's like you've got to throw the year in there, and that's a lot. That's really frustrating.
I would have preferred them to just call it Halloween 2. Even though there is already a Halloween 2, I would have preferred that just because at least it doesn't introduce itself as the start of the franchise, because this one very clearly picks up after Halloween 1978.
Yeah, and they gave like a one-word title to each of the other movies because you got Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. They could have thrown like an extra thing onto there. They could have been like Halloween Returns or something similar along that lines.
Lives. Yeah. Anything other than just calling it Halloween 2018. Fucking stupid.
I mean, well, we already got it sort of Returns with, what was it, Return of Michael Myers? Wasn't that 4 or 5?
Which 4 and 5, I actually am in the minority, and I like 4 and 5 quite a bit. Like, I prefer that. Like I said, the Thorn saga is my preferred timeline. Even though I love H2O, and
H2O was
Halloween
a good
Ends
movie.
gives me a new appreciation for Resurrection.
But I mean, I was one of those people that was always mildly entertained. I'm not saying it's good. Mildly entertained by Kung Fu Buster Rhymes. So, but that's neither here nor there. What we're really focused on is the new movies. And bear with me for a little bit. Let's take these 3 movies and look at them for a moment in the viewpoint of a trilogy. So we got 3 movies. So if he planned this, I know, I'm just saying, bear with me for a second. So if he planned these 3 movies like that, he must have planned these movies similar to a basic movie structure in 3 acts. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that this is just a trilogy. In the 3rd act, Halloween Ends, They add characters out of nowhere. They add romantic storylines out of nowhere. They add a weird psychic subplot when they went out of their way to say that Michael was not a supernatural character in the first movies. Well, until the end of Kills, because, you know, he went on a murder rampage and they just beat the ever-living crap out of him. He shrugged it off. Oh, but he's not immortal. And then they completely back that up with him living. Oh, spoilers. With him living in a sewer eating rats. I mean, come on.
There's the biggest problem with this movie as a whole, and I know they wanted to gear it in the second direction. You can see that with the opening credits, how they styled it more after Halloween 3 rather than the actual Halloween, like with the pumpkins and everything. They did the blue font and all that bullshit. So I knew it was going to go in a different direction, and it started off okay. Like I'm not gonna lie, the opening scene with the babysitting and the kid going off the edge, like that was some fucked up shit, and it was like, damn. But then he became the main character. And how come Laurie, after Halloween 1978, is this paranoid psychopath, like all armored up in her little secluded area, yet after Halloween Kills, all of a sudden she's okay. She's going to write a book. They just live lollygagging all over the place in no worries whatsoever. They have no concerns. It's like she just was like, oh, he's still out there somewhere. I mean, she doesn't know he's living in a sewer. He's still out there, but all of a sudden, I'm not scared. I'm not armored up. I'm not anything. I'm just gonna write my book, my memoir, whatever the fuck. So fucking dumb.
It's a completely weird turn. Like, the way some of the characters act just don't make a whole lot of sense with the previous movies.
Yeah, it doesn't go with the other movies at all.
Yeah. And I still can't get over the fact that this is technically what he wanted to be a third act, and just plot lines out of nowhere, characters out of nowhere. This isn't a Halloween movie. This is a Corey Cunningham movie.
Yeah. Who wanted that? Nobody asked for that because we didn't even know the character before this movie came out.
And then he dies like a bitch.
Like a bitch. But yet he's still strong enough to overpower Mike. Okay.
Go ahead and talk about the death scene, because you hate the death scene. You hate it.
It's just asinine. When they wrote this movie and finished it, like when they were looking at it, they were like, you know what? This sucks, but whatever. That's what it feels like to me. It was like we kind of just winged it here. We they didn't know where they were going after 2018, which was actually like a good movie. Halloween 2018
I would argue that it's
good.
actually one of the best in the franchise.
Then yet you get this where it's like Kills comes out and they just try to over brutalize everything. And the only real cool part of Kills was the like throwback to Halloween 3 with the masks and everything. That was cool. I like that in Kills. Kills, I might be able to stomach watching again. I'd prefer not to, but Ends.
I think we still need to watch the director's cut. I don't think we watched that version.
Oh my God. I want to watch the fan edit with the Corey shit cut out. That's what I want to see. The fan edit of all three of the movies. I want to see that. That's what I want to watch, because if Corey's gone, this movie would be 10 times better. It might only be about 15 minutes long because Michael's only in it for like fucking 9 minutes.
Well, at that point, wouldn't they just tack on that 15 minutes onto the end of Halloween Kills?
Exactly. Like, just get to it. Like, just fucking.
See,
I
it's
really
just
fucking hated this movie.
There's a big thing happening in Hollywood right now where everybody is worshiping at the altar of subversion of expectations. And in some ways, subversion of expectations is a good thing. Like, for you, it really worked with The Last Jedi.
I love The Last Jedi.
And you're wrong.
I'm right.
But the whole buildup of that film was to subvert expectations. And that is a huge thing that's going on in Hollywood right now, is to subvert the expectations of fans and people who want to see it. So all I can think of is that Halloween Ends was meant to subvert the expectations after Halloween Kills. That doesn't make it good. That doesn't even make it a palatable movie. I mean, there are some complete idiots that will defend this movie.
I don't know how. I don't know how anyone can be. I mean, I know there's fanboys out there that like anything with Halloween related, but that's not even like the case because nobody liked Halloween Resurrection. Nobody likes Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Nobody.
I mean, I'd like Halloween 2 if it didn't have the weird horse scenes.
Yeah, the excuse he used to make his wife be in the movie, idiotic. Just I get it. I get it. He wants her to have a part in there, but
his first movie was actually really good.
I'm no shit. I love his first movie actually, and I know it got bagged on a lot, but if this new Halloween, if you like Halloween Ends more than Rob Zombie's Halloween,
there's something wrong with you.
Make better life choices because damn, Halloween Ends was just so. Rob Zombie's Halloween much better, but that's a totally different topic. So
totally different topic. But it's just I can't get over how Halloween Ends just goes into this just weird offshoot of Corey Cunningham out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
And it's like an hour and a half of almost nothing but Corey Cunningham.
Yeah, and the stupid love story, like the random love story. And why did everyone hate them exactly?
I mean, you're asking the wrong dude. I don't understand the film.
I don't think the writers understand why everyone hates them. It's so stupid.
Well, there's probably going to be those people that are like, well, maybe it's just too cerebral for you. That's why you don't understand it. You're just not looking at it in the right way. No, I'm looking at it in a normal way. It's fucking stupid.
I'm watching it the way you're supposed to watch movies, and it is fucking stupid.
It out of nowhere, just total trash like garbage. Now, I'm a huge Halloween fanboy. So much so that when I play Dead by Daylight, I exclusively play Michael as a killer.
Well, Michael's a badass killer in that.
I mean, he really is.
I prefer Ghostface to Michael as a character. Like I prefer the Scream movies. I don't really prefer Ghostface because it's a bunch of different people, but I like the Scream movies more than the Halloween movies.
I mean, outside of a couple. The most recent Scream. See, the most recent entries in both the Scream and the Halloween franchise are shit.
Yeah, we could do a whole fucking video on Scream, too.
Oh, I mean, it may be coming down the pipeline. I've got some ideas jotted down. But I can't stomach the people who want to defend this movie. And it's usually for reasons that they would critique other movies.
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking at it we have to look at this movie by itself. No, it's part of a fucking franchise.
Yeah, you can't isolate this. And this movie wouldn't function as itself. Like
it wouldn't because it makes too many references to the other movies.
Exactly. You just have a random dude living in a sewer with a mask. If Michael Myers didn't exist, this movie would be shit.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, Michael Myers does exist.
I mean, this movie is shit. So
but there's a special place in hell for this movie, and I'm not one for burning any type of media, but I wouldn't mind burning this movie out of existence. I don't think the world would be a worse off place if this movie was never made. In fact, I think it would be a better place. There'd be rainbows and people dancing in the streets.
I mean, there are better things to do with your time. I mean, sleep.
I'd rather stay locked in my house for 2 years than watch this movie again.
There's just so many better options, and you can watch all the other Halloween movies because every single other Halloween movie is better than this one. That's a fact.
Oh,
fact.
Hands down.
Every single one is.
I would much rather watch Kung Fu Busta Rhymes than this.
Yeah,
and I say Kung Fu, but I think he actually references karate, doesn't he? Doesn't he actually talk about karate in the movie?
I don't remember. You know how long it's been since I just got the fucking Scream Factory set of all the other ones. I haven't even watched any of them yet. I didn't watch because like I didn't have any time. It's been so fucking busy and hectic lately. But
I mean, that's why we haven't been able to do this again, because our schedules have been so busy with other things. And I mean, your channel is just exploding right now.
yeah, but we're gonna get more content regularly. We got
Yes.
stuff
Yes.
settling down. It's the winter time.
We got
We're
time.
bikers, so we don't have that
Yeah.
ability to just ride because it's just gonna be too fucking snowy too fucking soon, and I'm gonna hate everything.
And which will make videos like this much easier when we're already in a bad mood. Because I don't know about you, but after a couple of beers and being in a bad mood, I will bash movies for hours on end.
I mean, we have a habit of doing that, so.
But I think that's pretty much all we can say about this trash, terrible movie. I don't think there's a way to actually to fully visualize for people how much I hate this movie. Like,
It's one of the worst movies of 2022. One of the worst.
I can definitely get behind that. Like, there are some movies that you guys have watched in your bottom of the barrel series that I would rather watch than this.
I mean, actually, yeah. In fact, the majority of season 1, I would rather watch over this. Not Begotten, because that was fucking awful. But
I tried. I turned that one off. I couldn't do it, man.
it's
I'm sorry.
so fucking bad. But realistically, this movie, I want to say I've watched like 140 new releases for this year, like 140 2022 releases. This is easily in the bottom 10.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, what's nice about saying that too is that we're finally getting into a regular windup of normal movies being released, unlike the barrenness 2 years prior to this.
Yeah, the fucking pandemic era just.
I mean, the pandemic got so bad that we even quit doing review videos. There wasn't enough movies to review.
Yeah, we were resorted to Netflix and Hulu and shit.
Yeah.
And those weren't always quality.
No. But yeah, this movie is trash. I would recommend everybody not to watch it.
Yeah, that's solid advice. Don't watch this movie. Just stick to the original ones. If you want to watch Halloween, just watch the original 5. You're golden.
You could do that. You can watch the original 5.
Or you can watch
H2O.
H2O is good. Like I think H2O is much better than people give it credit for sometimes. It's one of the better sequels.
I would say go ahead and watch 2018, but kill the movie before the end credit scene. That way you just think Michael's dead. And that'd be fantastic.
And they should have done. I know they want to make a franchise. I know they want to make the money and capitalize on it. But that just means that this isn't really the end of Michael Myers either. We're either going to have a reboot or some stupid continuation that has nothing to do with it. Realistically, they should have just gone with the anthology franchise. Like the idea for the anthology was great.
Maybe we'll finally get the anthology series. Maybe now that we've officially killed Michael,
yeah,
we can get that anthology series.
I mean, it won't
where
happen
every movie is a different story.
I mean, look how many Halloween timelines there already are. What, 4 or 5?
You know,
they're just gonna make another one.
Don't kill my hope, man. Don't crush my dreams.
Fucking 20 years down the line, they'll do CGI fucking Jamie Lee Curtis reprising her role and do something that happened in the fucking 90s.
I mean, True Lies came out in the 90s and she looked damn good, so I don't think I'd be too upset with that.
Dude, True Lies is... Anyway.
But yes, nobody should watch this movie. Please stay away from it.
Avoid at all costs.
Don't give them money for this, because if you support shit, they'll keep making shit. I think that needs to be on a t-shirt, honestly.
Facts. I'd wear that
shirt. But Bulleit, thanks for being here for this. We'll try and get this going again some other time, and hopefully soon we can get some more videos pumping on this show. Yeah. Everybody, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, go to Bulleit's channel, check it out. He's got a lot of good content on there. You got anything coming down the pipeline for you?
No, just keep an eye on my channel for Voyage episodes that we talked about in here. If you haven't seen them, we review shitty, fucking awful, bad, terrible movies, and my regular boutique stuff. So
just the regular unboxing videos for the most part.
unboxing. I'm gonna get back onto the reviews over there too for the Vinegar Syndrome and Shout Factory and Severin and all that shit. But it's just been, like I said, we've been too busy.
Well, there's that. But don't you have a series that you're trying to plan?
Yeah, for Visual Vengeance, actually.
Yeah, that
So
should be a fun and unique idea.
keep an eye out for come to my channel for that. Professor Cinema will be on there with me as well. So, and we have a couple other people that are interested. One for sure, and we might do like a rotating guest or just the three of us. But check it out.
Fabulous. Like I said, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.